What's going on, guys? Back for another one. It's your host, Lifestyle Amazing, also known as Richie Skills. We're back for another year of fantasy football 2024. Hope everybody had a good year. We're going to get right back into it. I'm super excited for this year. A lot has changed from last year to this year, so a lot of new faces in the league. So we're going to have a lot of fun this year. Good luck to everybody. Let's get right into it. Congratulations for whoever won the championship last year. Fortunately, it wasn't me, but this year is a little bit different. Got a better mindset. We're going to go into it very strong this season. So we're going to do some sleepers. We're going to do some breakouts. We're also going to do some guys who I think are going to be very good in week one. Well, I know are going to be good in week one, and that is Jaden Daniels of the Washington Commanders. He's coming in. Nobody knows what he's going to do, but I think he's going to hit it running right off the rip, and I think that he's going to be a top 5 quarterback elite this year, especially for fantasy. Jaden Daniels is going up against the Tampa Bay Bucks. Their defense is okay, but I don't think they'll be able to stop him with his feet. I think he's going to score a couple of touchdowns off the ground. He's going to be a very strong start in week one. Next guy they say is going to be one of the top quarterbacks this year in fantasy, and that is Anthony Richardson of the Indianapolis Colts. He's going up against the Houston Texans, so it should be a good matchup. The Texans got a little bit better at defense, but I think it might be a shootout in this game. So Anthony Richardson, watch out. He's one of the fastest running quarterbacks in the game, and you need rushes in the league to be good in fantasy. So he's definitely a guy that I would be starting this week against the Houston Texans. Next guy is the guy on the opposite side of him, and that is CJ Stroud of the Houston Texans. He came in as a rookie last year, and he was just throwing bombs everywhere. He's accurate. He knows how to get the job done, and now he has Stephon Diggs with him. That is definitely somebody that's going to help him succeed, and he could be a top 5, top 10 quarterback this year. I think week one is going to showcase what he can do. We've already seen a little bit about what he can do last year as well. My next quarterback is going to be a rookie guy. I am in Chicago, or right on the outside of it, and that is Caleb Williams of the Chicago Bears. There's a lot of high hopes for him. He's not the best scrambling quarterback, but they say that he can be like a Patrick Mahomes. Well, we're going to find that out today and see what he can do. He's got a couple more weapons in Keenan Allen. He's also got a rookie in Rome Odunze. So he's got some guys he can target. So it's going to be a good one. He's going up against the Tennessee Titans, where the Titans aren't the best defensive team. They added some weapons on the offensive side, but I just don't think if Caleb is the guy they say he's going to be, I think it's going to be very hard to stop him today. And then my last pick, this is a guy that's been good in the past, but he had a little bit of fall-offs, a couple of injuries, but now he has a number 1 true generational wide receiver, and that is Kyler Murray of the Arizona Cardinals. He's going up against the Buffalo Bills. The Bills have been known to have a decent defense, but they lost a lot of pieces this year on the offensive side, so there's a possibility that it could be a shootout. I think it's not going to be the best defensive game, but Kyler Murray will get his receiver involved. He has Trey McBride and he has Marvin Harrison Jr. That's all he really needs to put up 15 to 20 fantasy points. That's on the lower side. I think he'll be a little bit over 20. So now I'm going to move over into my running backs. For the past couple of years, he's been very, very good, but then he had a little bit of a fall off. But I still believe he's going to be a great guy, even if he leaves to a new team, and that is Alvin Kamara of the New Orleans Saints. He's a guy that's been targeted 80-something times in the passing game, and he's a running back too as well. So he plays both sides. I think that he's going to come out in the beginning of the season, and he's going to put up 22 points for you guys, get you 5 or 6 catches. So look out for him. And he's also going against the Carolina Panthers, who are the worst team in the NFL, if I had to say, or at least they played that way last year. Next guy, who is super, super fast, and this team always drafts fast players, fast running backs, fast wide receivers, quarterbacks, anything, defensive players, and that is Devon Achane of the Miami Dolphins going up against the Jacksonville Jaguars. I don't think the Jaguars will be able to stop him. It's just, will he get enough opportunity to be able to produce, because he can do it in 5 carries, but if he gets 15 carries, you better watch out for him. Next guy is my guy. I didn't get to draft him this year, but I think he's super talented. Could be Kamara 2.0, and that is Jahmyr Gibbs of the Detroit Lions going up against the Los Angeles Rams. They don't have Aaron Donald anymore. They don't have Jalen Ramsey. Who is going to stop this guy, Gibbs? Put him on the board. 20 points easy this week. Another sleeper here. He's been dealing with a couple of injuries in his career, but this year, I think that he will run, and the quarterbacks love passing the ball to their wide receivers. That is Javonte Williams of the Denver Broncos going up against the Seattle Seahawks. Seahawks have a good defense, but they just lost Pete Carroll, and who is going to be able to stop Williams? They're going to have to pass the ball. They're going to have him out there in passing downs, so Williams is a good RB2 flex play this week. Next guy, this guy's a breakout. Everybody passes on him. They sleep on him because they don't know Charbonnet going to take some carries from him. That is Kenneth Walker of the Seattle Seahawks going up against the low Denver Broncos defense. They don't have Von Miller. They don't have Bradley Chubb. Patrick Surtain is not going to play defense on him. So I see Walker just taking off in this game. He's going to get you about 15, 16 carries, 80 to 100 yards, and a touchdown. Then, here we go to our wide receivers. This guy fell so deep in the drafts, it just doesn't make sense to me. I think he's the best wide receiver in the league, and that is Justin Jefferson of the Minnesota Vikings going up against the New York Giants. The Giants are projected to win 4 games this year, and they will not stop Jefferson. I don't care if Donald's their quarterback. I don't care if who else, even though Johnny Manziel, if it was their quarterback, he's still going to produce. So he's definitely a must start for me. I got him at 9 in my draft, so that's awesome. Another sleeper here. Arthur Smith is gone, and now Drake London's time to shine is now. He's going to get you 10 catches, 100-plus yards, 1 to 2 touchdowns. Just mark my words. You'll see it happen. He is a must start for me. Next guy here is a sleeper. Didn't think played too great in the preseason, but they expect big things for him, and that is Malik Nabers of the New York Giants going up against the Minnesota Vikings. I don't see many people stopping him. It's just gonna have to be like, hey, wait and see. I think he'll come out the gates strong. He'll produce about 15, 16 points for you today. So he's definitely a guy that I could put in the wide receiver 2 flex spot. And then we got this guy, generational talent. He was a beast in college, and he's probably going to be a beast in the NFL. We don't know because we haven't seen any action from him yet, but that is Marvin Harrison of the Arizona Cardinals going up against the Buffalo Bills. We know the Bills have had some good defense lately, but I mean, Marvin Harrison is a guy that could definitely be hard to play defense on. So definitely a guy that's going to step up his game and produce from day one for sure. And then my guy here, Brian Thomas of the Jacksonville Jaguars, will be the wide receiver 1 in Jacksonville by mid-season. I think he has too much talent to not be recognized. I think they're going to target him a lot this game. He is a sleeper pick for me, and he's going up against the Miami Dolphins, where they're going to have to match their energy and the game tempo, and I think that it's going to be a shootout between those guys. Then my last guy here, he has a rookie quarterback, but I think he's going to get targeted at least 10 times a game, and that is Terry McLaurin of the Washington Commanders going up against the Tampa Bay Bucks. Don't think the Bucks will be able to stop him. Jaden Daniels, we'll see how he does in his first game as a pro, but I think Terry McLaurin is going to be a guy that's definitely going to put up some numbers. Okay, now we're going to go into the tight ends, and I don't need to really talk about this name. I took him last in my draft last year, but now he is the first pick this year, and that is Sam Laporta of the Detroit Lions going up against the Los Angeles Rams. I think there's going to be a lot of back and forth in this game, especially with the Rams having a lot of guys that catch the ball a ton of times. I think that Laporta is going to be involved a lot in this game. Hopefully his injury is not too bad. I know he's healthy, but I think that he'll definitely put up some numbers today. My second tight end is going to be Trey McBride of the Arizona Cardinals going up against the Buffalo Bills. Like I said, he is a talented tight end, and he could finish the season as a number 1. He had a very good streak last year, so he's definitely a guy I'm looking forward to this year. Another guy hasn't shown up since his rookie season, but I think that with a new coach, he will be a difference maker this year. As long as he stays healthy and as long as he can get out his routes and they actually look his way, that is Kyle Pitts of the Atlanta Falcons going up against the Pittsburgh Steelers. They have a good defense, but not good to the tight end, where Pitts is more like a wide receiver. So he's a good start. temper expectations week 1, but he could be a guy that changes games and gets you a lot of fantasy points this season. And then my favorite pick here in his top 2 to me is Dalton Kincaid of the Buffalo Bills. I just think that he has a lot of talent. I think that there's no more weapons there other than him and a rookie Keon Coleman, maybe Curtis Samuel. But Dalton Kincaid will have chemistry with Josh Allen, and he will score 10 plus touchdowns this year. So he's definitely a guy I'm throwing into my lineup this week. And then a sleeper right here. They say that he's the best tight end to come out of college in years since Travis Kelce. We will see that, but that is Brock Bowers, the Las Vegas Raiders. He's got so much talent. They don't have a lot of weapons outside of Devontae Adams, so he's a guy that's going to get targeted a lot in week 1. They say he's going to have a breakout game, but I think that I'm going to pump the brakes a little bit. He will be great this season. Week 1, I'm still starting him. I'm starting him over guys like Ayuk that are playing on limited snaps. And then the last sleeper tight end, he's a guy that can give you a lot of points and might not give you so much, but that is Taysom Hill of the New Orleans Saints going up against the Carolina Panthers. The reason why I have is because he is playing the Panthers, and the Panthers aren't that great. They just gave Brian Burns to the New York Giants, so I don't see them winning more than 3 to 4 games this season. Won't win this game, so I think that he's a good start. Anybody who needs like a tight end, if their tight end is out or hurt. Okay, now I'm going to go to the defenses, and we're going to get into the kickers, and then we're going to kick it off. Okay, so these defenses are the top 5 this week, and it should go in that order. Cincinnati going up against the New England Patriots. Patriots have a quarterback carousel right now. They're not really that great. So I think the Bengals improved their defense. I think they're going to have a lot of picks and sacks in this game. Next is going to be the Seattle Seahawks going up against the Denver Broncos. The Broncos are starting a rookie quarterback. Seattle did lose Pete Carroll, but they still have a top defense. They took some top corners, and they're always looking to get to the quarterback. I think that they're going to score a lot of points this game. Next is the New Orleans Saints going up against the Carolina Panthers. I don't have to say much about that. The Saints, who that versus the Carolina Panthers, that we don't know who they are. So I think the Saints are definitely a good pick. Next is one of my favorite defenses this year. I wasn't able to get them in my fantasy draft, and that is the Dallas Cowboys. Just with Diggs and Parsons, like those guys are just top of their position. So they're very hard guys to go against. And they're going against the Cleveland Browns, which the Browns are good, but Deshaun Watson is really not that great. So I definitely like the Cowboys this week. And my last defense is them Bears, Chicago Bears, going up against the Tennessee Titans with Will Levis. We don't know what he's going to do. They don't have Derrick Henry anymore. I'm starting the Bears, and I'm feeling excited about it. Okay, now go to the kickers. One of my favorite kickers. My favorite kicker is always Justin Tucker, but I'm not going to talk about him today. We're going to go with Brandon Aubrey of the Dallas Cowboys going up against the Cleveland Browns. The Browns have a good defense. He's going to get a lot of kicks in this game. Our next guy is supposed to score a lot of points, his team, and that is Tyler Bass of the Buffalo Bills going up against the Arizona Cardinals. I don't think they will be able to stop Buffalo. This could be a high-scoring game between both of them. And then my next one is Evan McPherson of the Cincinnati Bengals going up against the New England Patriots. So yeah, they're gonna be toast this game. So he's gonna have kicks from every part of the field. And then my last guy, well, 2 more guys, is Jason Myers of the Seattle Seahawks going up against the Denver Broncos. The Broncos do not have a good defense. Seahawks will get down the field. Geno Smith will get the ball to Metcalf, to JSN, to Lockett, and then Kenneth Walker will be running all over them too as well. I see them scoring 30-plus points. This guy can get you 11, 12 points easy with his foot. Last guy is on a high-powered offense. Jason Sanders of the Miami Dolphins going up against the Jacksonville Jaguars. That will be a good game between Lawrence and Tua. So I think he has a few kicks in this game. Can get you 10 points, 8 points, 12 points, but that's better than 0. So that's it, guys. Thank you for listening. Well, actually, hold up. I got a couple of sleepers here. Jaden Daniels is one of my sleepers. Kenneth Walker, Malik Neighbors, Drake London, Dalton Kincaid, and Brock Bowers. So yeah, that is it, guys. Congratulations for coming back for another year of fantasy football. And let's get started. It's about to kick off soon. So good luck to everybody, and I'll see you guys for week 2.